Okay, Amy.
So we have everybody is special in their own way. It wasn't very Sesame Street, but it's true. So we have a very special guest here. We're going to introduce yourself.
Well, ladies, I'm pleased to be here. I'm Joy O'Shaughnessy. It's got a lot of extra G's and H's at the end.
Yes, it sure does. It sure does.
I'm the Marketing and Communications Coordinator at the National Institute for Learning Development. It's a mouthful. You can just call us NILD. And I'm really excited to be talking to you guys because you've been on our radio as well.
Really?
So
I
as
haven't
you
heard that before.
in the podcasting space, lots of organizations, nonprofits like ours, this is a great opportunity to share what we do. And part of the reason we're looking to reach out to you, this is confidential that we're here, was because trying to get your mission and vision out to audiences, and particularly what you guys are doing in this space with this podcast is really important. So shameless plug, if anyone watching here wants to talk about donations and stuff too, I would highly recommend popping in here and supporting these ladies.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit about, should I say that, the National Institute for Learning Development. What do y'all do?
So we've been around for almost 50 years,
Wow.
started by two nurses who had a huge passion for students with learning differences. And our primary bread and butter is training educational therapists in cognitive therapy techniques. But now the need has expanded. We love partnering with schools. We have schools that have our programs and therapists in there too. And it goes beyond just tutoring. It really is about addressing the underlying issues in cognition and helping mediate a child to the place where they're like, I'm a confident, self-empowered learner.
I love that. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? Like all of these people in this huge conference are all here for the same goal. So you're in the perfect location for this.
It's an honor to be here. We are IDA accredited, plus I'm learning all this language too. So I get to soak up from experts like you guys who know the language and are speaking to this. And I get to talk about the marketing side of what we do, really how do we reach and tell the stories of our people. And that's part of why I was really excited to talk to you guys. We are helping organizations like us tell our stories in a way that allows for greater reach. So fangirl moment here.
Tell us a story. Tell us a little story that helped illustrate.
I'll give you an example from this very conference. So we've had people stopping by the booth who said, I got trained with NILD years ago, and now I'm at this school who have these deep learning needs, and they're saying, we need to see these outcomes from students in 6 months. Can we do this? And they referenced our training and are now seeing the outcomes of bringing the student up to, I think it's like 50%, whatever the benchmark that they were looking for. They were able to accomplish that in 2 months using our techniques. And beyond just those outcomes, yes, people love the data around that. It's the stories I get as a marketing specialist too, with a parent reaching out to us saying, we tried everything. And what we found was our student having this light bulb moment where all of a sudden it wasn't just about them being able to understand what was happening. It was that hope, because we know the dignity of the child goes beyond the diagnosis, right? So that's just a prime example. All the time we get stories coming in to say, my child now has hope. And one of our unofficial mottos is hope and help, because educators want to feel hope that they can reach their students, they can meet those needs. Parents want hope and help. What do I do for this child that I love, that needs to be understood? And then schools saying, we have all of these students coming in, we have all of these diagnoses, IEPs that we're wanting to address. What do we do with them? And I mean, when in an environment like this, we're so glad to be amongst peers. Everyone cares about students and being helped, right? Like that's why you guys are here.
Right. So do people come to a training center? How does it work for people to get training from you?
That's a great question. We love going to places. We do both in person and virtual. A lot of our tools are available online. We do some asynchronous training too. And there's a couple different ways to do it. You can come to us and become an NILD certified educational therapist. And there's 3 levels of that, and that is some asynchronous work. We do virtual and in person for that. But then we also do a lot of workshops and professional developments for schools too. So there's kind of a gamut of training options too, but all of that's on our website, NILD.org, if you want to check it out.
And how long does it take typically take for somebody to go through training?
Depending on the type of training that you're doing. So we do everything from like a half-day workshop, full day, 2-day workshops. Those are kind of our standard drag and drop ones, but we also specialize in customizing professional development. So often we'll get a school that will come to us and say, you know, we really have this set of teachers that need some support with math, or we need some support with reading or writing too. And we can customize a professional development that touches all of those groups. We do a lot of group intervention. But if you want to go through our educational therapist training, that is, let's see if I can remember this correctly. I think we do 5 days of asynchronous training, and then there's a couple weeks of residency.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that though. You can check out the website to be accurate.
So for the therapist training,
Yes, we are OG based too, but what distinguishes us too is it's the cognition beyond that too. So we're really looking at how the student is learning, and it's a beautiful compliment to people who have already been OG trained too. See a lot of those things are
and it's more prescriptive.
So how? Okay. So where are you guys located?
We are located in Virginia.
Okay. And
But
then
we serve schools, organizations all over the country, and 16 countries internationally.
Wow.
isn't it so cool that we can do this virtual stuff now?
Right, like you've got people watching. You guys are set up here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Right,
Awesome.
right. The only thing is I don't like teaching virtually.
I love it.
Tell me about
I
that,
don't.
right?
I love
What is it that you don't like about virtual teaching?
Well, I did it in the height of COVID with a group of all of my students who were dyslexic, but I taught elementary, and I had a group that was just starting out with their first lessons of dyslexia therapy, and we didn't have any materials that because they left for spring break and they did not come back, so they didn't have any of their materials in place. They didn't know how to do anything. We had to teach them everything and trying to do it through a computer screen. This is what it looks like. Get that out, okay? And they're like, what? I don't know. It was very confusing at first. I'm sure things are a lot better now, but that traumatized me. It was so scary.
Never again. Interestingly enough, too, I'll also do a plug for some of the research. We have a participation at university, and they are just basically enforcing that what we're saying is working actually works too from the data and science side. We're in our 3rd year of research from our new gray matter literacy program, which is the back end of our kind of educational therapy. And one of the key takeaways, I'm not a scientist, I am not a therapist, but I'm like, help me understand what this research is saying for people who are coming to us for the first time. One of the key takeaways from this was engagement. Having that therapist one-on-one intervention was one of the key drivers of these outcomes being through the roof. And I mean, we kind of know it intuitively,
Right.
too. We are built to have connection.
Right.
We're built for community.
Right.
But I love that now the data kind of supports that too. Like, yes, thank goodness for technology, but there's nothing quite like a conversation like this.
Right.
There's nothing like a
Absolutely.
one-on-one, but then, like I had so a 6-hour time difference from where I was. And we were buddies. They came out to see us, from Ireland. So we formed that relationship. We would do virtual hotline, and, all that kind of stuff. We did our best to keep them together. But I think it would have been the same in person. It's difficult to kind of keep him on. But I think a lot of changes have come back because I taught during COVID also. I'd have the kids in a group of 5 or 6 second graders, and one put his cat on the screen.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Things have changed.
Yeah.
Things are so much better now. It's like
So you're saying I should try it again?
I'll help you.
I mean, that's a great flexible mindset too, but really I think the beauty of all of this too is being able to capitalize on the in-person like we're doing right now, but then what you guys are doing, engaging with your audience online too.
Right.
It's awesome. So, okay, I have one more fangirl question for you guys. Tell me about what your dreams and hopes for the podcast would be like moving forward. What would you love to see happen with what you guys are building?
I looked at Greg. I have to choose the PC one. I want us to be the top educational podcast out there. I know that's not something that happens overnight. We've done this for a year and 3 days. We've gotten to the top 10% of all podcasts, not just educational. But we've got a long way to go still with it. We want to reach everybody. We want to get rid of the fish oil or snake oil that's out there and just give true and clear information that everybody needs that they need.
Yeah, and I piggyback on that, and I really want I always think of it from the parent perspective, and I want the parents to be fully informed of what dyslexia is from all aspects, so that they know everything that there is to know about dyslexia, so that they know misconceptions. That would be a big goal.
That's amazing. Well, I'm honored that you would hold space for me on the podcast today
Yes.
too. And if I could make any last comments about what we do, it would be that we have the great privilege of offering hope to families that have dyslexic students too. Like so many of the people here too, we're grateful to be among spirits who love students and want to see them achieve. But one of the great privileges of stewarding the history and the deep love of education in NALD is that there is hope and help for kids who have any type of diagnosis. There are people there who want to see them truly succeed.
Yeah, and what would be your goal? And you asked us the question about what would be your goal for a podcast. What is your goal for your organization? In addition to what you shared, what would you like to see if you were able to join in our podcast again for a live feed? What would you like from that?
That's a great question. Can I give you 5 answers? No. No, I'll try to be concise because, some of us are external processors. I would say first that the reach and awareness would increase about learning differences too, that there are solutions to when a parent, an educator, or a school, these are kind of our primary people, feel stuck, feel like they haven't. Where is that golden ticket? Where is that thing that's going to really help our students succeed? Our desire would be to see greater reach. We're doing some efforts right now to build up our scholarship funds too. It's the year-end giving, so for us as a nonprofit, that's a really big opportunity for people to partner with us because a lot of educators coming in who are burnt out in the classroom, they love kids. I'm like, I don't want to be in the classroom anymore, but I really want to help students out. Those are a huge part of, we bring them in and say, have you considered becoming an educational therapist? Because you get to still get that deep gratification of walking through that student journey, seeing them start to have those outcomes and those moments where the student is like, yes, I have this dignity right now. We would love to see that, to partner with educators who may be coming in and getting trained. The price point is kind of a barrier. So we're like reaching out to our donors saying, okay, maybe you don't want to get trained with us, but you can come and partner with us financially. So that's one of the goals, is to allow the cost of training to not be a barrier for schools too. That's a huge thing. We know a lot of schools right now funding is being decreased. So our big plea is, how do we make it easier? How can we partner with schools, get in there so that they can get these solutions, these training in their hands too. So that's really on the radar for us too. And as education is pivoting so quickly right now, can we be agile? Can we provide the resources and we have the kind of partnerships that allows us to stay relevant and accessible to the students who need it most?
Right.
Wow. So you turned into your podcast.
I know, sorry, I was asking the question.
No, I love it. I love it. I mean, because, it's 9 o'clock this morning after all.
It starts twitching a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And I like it when people turn the question on us
I
too.
do too.
It gets us thinking.
Yeah, it does. No, you're great. You want to sit here?
Oh no, you guys have this too. But I will gladly come and talk to you anytime.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll have you back.
Thank you. It's been a privilege to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
We appreciate it. All right, guys, we'll be back.
Bye.
Oh, geez, that was pretty painless.